Hello, this is Abhishek from Impact School of Architecture, presenting you my thesis project on sports arena proposed to be in Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh. The availability and quality of sports infrastructure is essential for a country to achieve success in the global sports arena. Lack of proper infrastructure in the field of sports, especially in South India, is a key reason to choose this project. And why do we need this project is the encouragement of sports is directly and positively linked to socio-economic growth as well as overall improvement in well-being. Objective of the project is to develop an integrated sports complex in Amaravati in around 98 acres. The sports arena is expected to host national and international level sports events with all the outdoor and indoor facilities. So in this sports arena, I'll be concentrating on the detailed design of international level cricket stadium and hockey stadium. Coming to the site analysis part, according to the detailed master plan of Amaravati, the city is divided into 9 different cities. Sports city, government city, finance city, tourism city, health city, knowledge city, electronic city, justice city and media city. And our project is going to be proposed in the land designated for sports city in 98 acres next to the government city. The project site falls under sports zone and mixed use zone. The allowable FAR is 2.55 and the project site is surrounded by villages known as Boropalem, Abbarajupalem and Raipudi. The facts and findings say that the population is around 1 lakh and the growth rate is 12% according to 2001 to 2011 census. The density is 461 per square kilometer. As per the socio-economic master plan for Amaravati, the estimated population of Amaravati by year 10 may be around 3.5 lakh to 6 lakh. The linkages around the site are the nearest airport, that is the Vijayawada International Airport, and the nearest ports like Machilipalam and Nizampalam, and the site connects to the roads from Hyderabad, from Visakhapatnam and from Chennai, and the major railway stations connecting Vijayawada. Amaravati has hot and humid climate with the temperature ranging from minimum of 15 degrees Celsius to maximum of 48 degrees Celsius and the average temperature being 27.3 degrees Celsius. It also has the average rainfall of around 800 mm and the wind speed being 23 to 27 km per hour. This slide is about the case study on Padukone Dravid Sports Center designed by Space Matrix Architects, and this is located in Yalanka, Bangalore, and it is spread over 15 lush acres. This case study was very helpful in knowing about how to calculate footfall and understanding of active and passive spaces. The complex is basically has 5 different zones: the outer fields, indoor courts, museum building, administration, and shops and canteens. There have been a lot of facts and findings about the accessibility, vehicular and pedestrian movement, and parking based on the footfall, which is being mentioned in this slide. Literature study was done on International Sports Complex at Seli. This sports complex is spread over 27 acres with the spectator capacity of 42,000. This activity mapping shows us various sports events being practiced in different parts of the campus. You can see here how the pedestrian, player and vehicular movements have been segregated. The landscape plan gives us an idea of active and passive spaces in the ratio 3:2 according to the rule of thumb. From the facts and findings, I got to know that they have well managed the natural contours in planning that helped in natural ramps for vehicular movement. This slide is all about the research and area programming. Footfall is one of the major aspects to be considered in order to design an integrated sports arena. And finding the footfall was really a tough task for me in this project. And finally, the footfall calculation was done based on assessment of sports facilities in India, regional demand for sports facilities, and current sports infrastructure in surrounding area. The detailed explanation for each aspect have been provided here. So as I got the footfall, it was easy for me to calculate the parking spaces and finally came to the conclusion for the total area required for the project. So for 99,500 footfall, the estimated area required for the project is 98 acres. That also includes 4,975 car spaces. So here I start with the master planning of the sports arena. Amaravati is bound by natural features, mainly Krishna River and its rivulets. Concept for master planning is inspired from the formation of rivulets. This is how the design process for master planning started, keeping in mind the concept of rivulets. Initially, there was an idea of having water bodies throughout the sports arena in the form of rivulets. But later, the water bodies were reduced in order to minimize the maintenance and keeping it to the reality. The zoning for master plan is worked out on the basis of indoor stadiums, outdoor stadiums, practice fields and practice courts, parking lots and landscape. We have two main entrances, one in the north and the other in the northeast. There is a separate entry, back entry and exits provided for cricket stadium as it has highest ingress and egress, and the footfall needs to be segregated. As we enter from the main entrances, we will be dropped off in front of the entrance building that houses the reception and displays of need to encourage the sports and achievements, and is more like a viewing gallery towards hockey, cricket and other indoor stadiums. On the right side, that is to the east, we have four main indoor stadiums consisting aquatic complex and multipurpose hall. To the left of entrance building, we have the practice fields for cricket, hockey and football with all the services like shops, canteens provided. Entrance building also branches out to hockey stadium and followed by cricket stadium in the south. There is also space left for residential and future expansion area in the down south. There are three main parking points, one in the northeast with 2,200 car spaces and second one in the west next to hockey stadium with 1,250 car spaces and the third one around the cricket stadium. Coming to the international level cricket stadium, this stadium was inspired from a flower called blue chrysanthemum. This flower symbolizes nobility and stands for getting together. The pattern of petals in chrysanthemum bowing inwards and their arrangement is the key inspiring element for the design. Each petal-like external shield unit acts as a facade as well as cover for the seating, making it a magnificent circular structure. This cricket stadium design was also submitted for a national level competition, that is INSTAC, Institute for Steel Development and Growth, and was selected as one of the finalists in Kolkata. Let me first show you the walkthrough of cricket stadium so that it would be easy to understand plans. In this master plan of cricket stadium, you can see the main entry in the east divided into two subarterial roads in order to segregate the audience. You can see in the key plan there is a back entry in the west that serves both hockey stadium as well as cricket stadium. The red dashed line indicates vehicular movement and the continuous line indicates user path. You have 8 entry gates and parking lots on either sides. You enter the stadium at +1 level and reach seating through dormitories. In the south pavilion, you have reception, player facilities, player rooms, cafe, bar, first aid area. So you have the central 225 feet radius playing field, then comes the seating, and then the spectator walkways, and then the parking and exit gates. On the left of this slide is a plan at level +11 meter. At this level, we have public seating with 24 dormitories for fast crowd movement, and the south pavilion containing admin rooms, player rooms, and discussion rooms. The south pavilion also has a viewing gallery and special VIP seating with selection committee. In the sectional view X, you can see how a mezzanine floor takes us to this +11 meter level. There are shops, cafes on every floor to enhance the faster service. The sectional view at AB will give you the clear picture of the south pavilion. On the right side, we have plan at level +17 meter. At this level, we again have a public seating and south pavilion with media offices, press area, commentary rooms, and in the north pavilion, there are corporate boxes, VVIP rooms, and restaurants. In this slide, on the left is the seating directory that's needed to figure out the easy booking by public. So now I come to the most interesting part of this design. We can say the USP of this design, that is the use of vibrowind technology on facades to make the stadium energy efficient. Vibrowind technology is a turbine-free technology to harvest wind into electricity. This project proposes to put panel of about 25 oscillators per square meter, and that is estimated to produce 54 watts per meter square in an hour. The main advantage of this technology when compared to solar panels is that it works without sun and works even at 2 meter per second, which is what makes it unique. A stadium on an average consumes 20 lakh units to 30 lakh units of electricity per year. For the stadium designed, installing this technique on face of area 25,000 square meter would produce 15 lakh units to 30 lakh units per year. The detailed calculation is being provided here, and there is a comparative analysis between the proposed design and the case study of Chinnaswamy Stadium, which uses solar panels and which is quite less than the vibrowind technology. And to the down of this slide is a material palette. This structure is proposed to built with the extensive use of steel. You can see how the vibrowind technology is being installed on the facade. If we observe each external shield unit, we see that a mild RHS frame, that is the rectangular hollow section frame, is sandwiched in between the two layers of steel plane sheet. So this is the end of cricket stadium, and now we move on to the design of semi-open hockey stadium. The initial ideas or the concept arise from the local AMARAVATHI stupa having huge dome. So with the thoughts of having central hockey play fields and seating, I felt it's quite necessary to add in some sort of landscape within the stadium itself, and this is how it came out. Master plan of hockey stadium with the key plan have been provided here. So the plan consists of one actual play field and practice fields on either sides. We have 2 entrances and exits. As we enter, we come across a landscape portions that takes us to the seating and play fields. The dark colored you see in this slide, that is the landscape, and the green is the play field and saffron is the seating spaces. In the down sectional view, you can see how the dome is covering the entire stadium, which is supported externally by tubular steel elements and tensile steel cables. These are the plans at various levels with user movement, services and seating. And on the right side of the slide, you can see how the stadium is positioned in the master plan and the section showing the structural details. Here are few sections throughout the length of the stadium and the elevations of the stadium. You can also have a look on the interior views showing how the green patches are enhancing the internal environment. And here on the left you see how the circulation is happening through ramps, lifts and pedestrian walkways behind the seating tiers. On the right side is a view towards hockey and cricket stadium from the entrance building, which is acting as a viewing gallery. So here I am ending my presentation with the views and skyline of Amaravati, and thank you for your active listening. Thank you.